Hey, KIC here. Welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. In the last episode, I ran with my tail between my legs from a weapon factory because it was pretty dangerous out there. So I've actually been doing a little bit of work here, not much. Just kind of showing you a touch of that, what I was doing, which is namely repairing this here craft. Not going to do a ton of it because I've actually already done half. I mean, I guess I didn't get that one spot there, but I pretty much got the other half of the ship. And for this episode, we're going to get this thing operational, or at least I sure hope so. I didn't really do any of the preparation I needed to do beforehand, like make all the parts that we're going to need to actually make a bunch of thrusters. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, let's go ahead and turn this thing on. It is on. Never mind. Let's keep it on then. And let's just start looking at what we're going to need for... You know what? Never mind. Gotta do this first. I remember. Small vessel. We already did thruster directional. Okay, so we haven't taken care of everything else yet. Okay, I'm somewhat ahead of myself and yet completely behind at the same time. So if we wanted to do a... Oh, I hope you don't need to have a large constructor for these now. That is a distinct possibility. Can I find out if it... Will it tell me that? It does not say. I have a suspicion that may now require a large constructor, which, if that's the case, that's not a big deal. That just means doing something I wasn't really planning on doing, that's all. Because there's everything else. I should mention, I also took the proper base light, so that's why that one's there. All right. We need to apparently make a large constructor, because that's the only thing I can think of right this moment for why I cannot make what I'm looking for. Okay, metal components. If you were a metal component, where would you be hiding, and how many of you would there be? I don't have any of them. Okay. Let's go ahead and queue that up. And while that's working, I'm going to go ahead and start that up too. I just wanted to kind of poke my head into... What do I have on me? Oh, look at that. I already made a large constructor. I forgot about that. Well then, let me turn that off so I can cancel that, and we'll actually let that continue. But I was just poking around a little more in some of these. Let's just go to the base one. I've been kind of bemoaning not having any purified water, just as a for instance, and while we don't have purified water in this area, we do have cannon turrets, which I might want to look into since I can actually make that now. But just if we go over here to the miscellaneous, here's our oxygen generator, water generator, core. Of course, I'm going to need to be able to make cores. That would be quite helpful. Flares. I mean, there are basically a whole host of things in here. If we go, well, tools doesn't scroll. Weapons, of course, if I get assault rifle, then that opens up sniper rifle, etc., etc. So I have actually looked a little more into that, but not a ton. For right now, though, oh, where are we going to put the large constructor? We're going to put it on the side over here, and we're going to hope that this is the answer to the question. Oh, you are a big son of a gun, aren't you? Can I spin you around that way? I don't even really like you like that either. We'll leave you like that. Okay, so large constructor. There we go. There is thruster directional. That's going to be what we need. So I'm going to go ahead and grab all the miscellaneous stuff off of this guy. I might leave some of the stuff in there, like some of the... Let's leave the fuel packs in there. That's fine. I'm just kind of thinking it might not be a bad idea to leave a few things in there. That way, if I need to, in a pinch like that one, if I leave the promethium pellets in there... Oh, hello. I like how sometimes you get some air when you run up ramps. That's interesting to me. Here, watch. Let's try this like this. Zoom! Nah, I guess you couldn't really tell. Sorry if that made you all dizzy and throw-uppy. Let's go ahead and dump this junk in here. All this stuff can go in. It's not going to go in any particular order. And oh well, so be it. we need to turn everything on. Okay, never mind, it was on. And what do we need for this? We need a bunch more electronics and some metal components. So let's go ahead and queue up a bunch of electronics. I have a suspicion we're going to need lots of those. So I'm going to just be sitting here for a while building components. That way when I come back, theoretically, we're going to be able to start building some of this junk. So, yeah, on that note, we'll be back with you. Almost done here, and back to the base for the moment. Well, sort of a base, I don't know. Yeah. You're fine. Stop drowning. You're fine, I promise. Stop drowning. Just kind of working on the last couple of bits. We'll be done momentarily. I guess I don't have my jetpack on. Let's turn it on! And that way I can miss again. Yeah, I know, I'm fine. Ah, cat. You come in at the worst times. Not that there really is any time that isn't bad with her. That's just her timing. It's her specialty, if you will. Go ahead and place a couple blocks down. I just thought it might be a good idea to go ahead and stack these up just a little more. I don't know, maybe so theoretically drones, whatever, don't destroy everything. I don't know. And there we go. So now they're too high. Theoretically could close the ceiling off. I don't know. Whatever, something. I don't need that. Theoretically now, going back to the ship, we have everything we need to make it fly. I don't know 100% if it's going to need an RCS, so we'll find out in a minute. Let's go ahead and put all of these blocks that we're going to want onto the toolbar there. Now you'll notice in slot number 9, I did in fact go ahead and make some spotlight cubes. I thought that would be helpful. So let's see, where can we put you? Yeah, that's a little too close there. I guess that works. I'll go ahead and go with right there for now. Sure, that's fine. That is kind of hinky, but it's going to have to do. So we are going to need a thruster. Now that's not really the best place. And these also, I should just go ahead and say, are not the best thrusters. And I am in no way, shape, or form trying to say they are. So let's just be clear about that. And I'm also not trying to say that my thruster placement is good here. It's really not anything other than it just fits right there. So that's where it's going. Now, so that would be one in front, one on each side. So now we need a top and a bottom. Problem I'm going to have with the bottom here is I can't really get this sucker under there, and I might have to settle for doing something really janky, which I guess is fine if I have to do that, but I was really hoping not to do that. We might need to do something like this. Although, I don't know, maybe it'll be okay. Yeah, I can't put it right there. I can put it right there, and that would work. Although, you know what? Let's just go ahead and go right there. It doesn't really fit correctly, but it's going to have to be fine, and we can always make one more. I'm really just looking to make it so this thing can get off the ground. That is the primary goal at this juncture. So we'll spin this guy around, and we'll do one there. You know what? I can't do it. I can't do it. I need to make two more. The lack of symmetry is bothering me, and I really do think it'll react that much better, and that means I need to go back and create more junk, because it takes a lot to make this stuff, apparently. So, be back with you one more time. Okay, so we are done making thrusters. I'm going to try and get these on kind of quickly here, and you'll understand momentarily why that is. I need to flip you around a little so I can see where you're at. Is that right now? I can't tell. Nope, you need to be flipped around the other way. I think that is correct now. Yep, so you are going to be aimed downward. And then we'll go ahead and rotate you so you are aimed upward. There we go. Now, as I said, there's a little something going on. Don't see anything just yet, so I'm going to go ahead and take the opportunity to go back into the tree. And no, I don't want that one. I want miscellaneous. We're going to learn assault rifle right now. And it'll be readily apparent if it isn't already by my slightly but not really cryptic speaking. Let's go ahead and see what it takes to make an assault rifle. I need some metal components and an electronic. So we're going to do one electronic, and that'll actually be enough to do that. So then we can go ahead and queue up an assault rifle. Then we'll need some 6.8 millimeter rounds, which is going to call for metal pieces and magnesium powder. So what am I looking at here? Magnesium powder. I'm running low on magnesium powder. That's a little worrisome. I'm going to go ahead and do 5 of those. And what do I have for metal pieces? Yeah, that's all I can do right now. So, let's see if... Oh, I hear it. There we go. Yep. That's why things are a little janky right now. We have a drone attack. Ow, that hurts. Looks like it's only one this time. Okay. That's fine. Let's go ahead and throw the helmet on. We're going to dive into the water here and maybe see if it decided to leave some useful stuff behind. That would be good, because I actually decided to shoot a trike while I was just kind of waiting around. Look at that. Got some useful stuff. Actually, yeah, some pretty good stuff, really. And the trike basically gored me with his horn, and it hurt. It hurt a fair amount, so I was bleeding. Had to use my med pack. Realized later I probably should have used my ointment instead of my med pack, but them's the breaks. Live and learn, right? I definitely don't know this game inside and out the way I know some others. So let's go ahead and grab that assault rifle. I'm going to move you down. I like the assault rifle in number 3, and we'll go ahead and just get this one last batch of ammo, and we're going to go see if I made a ship that can fly. And before we go away, let me turn you off. And you know what? Let me grab some food too. Like all of it, because I'm hungry. It's hard work shooting drones and getting gored by trikes. Guess they're not really trikes in this game. That's more of an arc thing, but you know, whatever. That's what I'm used to these days, so that is what I shall call it. Okay, so I'm going to switch to third-person mode. And look at that. We have a fully operational-ish vehicle that does not in any way, shape, or form turn, which I was actually afraid of. So let's go ahead and set her down carefully. And let me just turn you off. And can I hop out? There we go. I was afraid I probably would need an RCS. So let's go into the tech tree. We're going to go into small vessel. And I can make an RCS because I picked that up. The question is, do I have the components necessary to make one quickly? I'm going to go ahead and guess no. An RCS, that would work on a small vehicle. Need 2 electronics. You're not an electronic, but whatever. I already clicked you. And then some more metal components. So we'll go ahead and just queue those guys up right quick. I'm hoping this is all I need to turn, because at this point, I do have thrusters on each side. So, I mean, it's only 1. It's really not sufficient. And they're not even really strong thrusters. But, I mean, you know, just taking a look here. Obviously, we can go up and down. Can go forward and back. Just can't really turn at this point. So, you know, we'll get there. I'm still learning this game. Like I said, I don't know it as well as I know some others. So some of this stuff is still a little new to me, and I'm going to hope the RCS was the last thing I need to get this escape pod operational again. We're going to go ahead and just hop up top here, and pop it right in the middle. Sure, why not? Okay, let's try this one more time. There we go. Yeah. Like I said, I kind of thought that was going to be the case, that I would need an RCS, but I wanted to try it without beforehand, just because, you know, it seemed like a good idea to just go ahead and try things, and that way I can learn from them. I don't mind trying to do some of this stuff and finding out that what I was doing is horribly, horribly wrong. I truly don't mind doing that. I mean, it's kind of a cool thing, you know, that way you really do actually learn. So let's go ahead and just fill this guy up, and we're going to take it on a quick flight. Oh, no, that is not what I thought that was. I saw something in the distance there, that slime, and I thought, oh, crud, that's not good. Can turn the floodlights off. That turns all the lights off. No, I thought it was a drone, and I wasn't panicking, but I was concerned. I feel safe in saying I was concerned. Let's go ahead and go, I guess straight, really. Let's go across the ocean over here. I'm not going to be able to go super fast with this thing, and that's okay. I really, you know, I mean, let's just talk about what it has here. Ooh, hello. That's probably going to have turrets over there. So let's steer a little wide of that. Ooh, there are two things over there. Yeah, Epsilon Defense. Oh, no, we got to be careful about that one, too. Let's just back up. But as I was saying, let's just kind of talk about this for a moment. We have the basic thruster that this vehicle starts with. We have basically one thruster on the left side, one thruster on the right side, and two up and down. So this is not going to be a fast maneuverable ship. It only has a single RCS. So in addition to limited thrust, it's going to have limited turning capability, and it is getting dark in a hurry. Let's go ahead and turn those floodlights on so we can see. Well, ish, kind of. I kind of like the idea of maybe putting another landing strut on this. I guess it's a landing strut. And kind of putting a bunch of lights on the bottom, a bunch of floodlights that are aimed down. That might be kind of cool. Or kind of angled down even. I might like that. I don't know. That doesn't seem like a bad idea. Now at this point, I am definitely flying wide of, crud, all of those things over there as best as I can. There's a drone right below us, so I'm trying to book it and get out of here. Crud, turn, go this way. Don't go near enough to trigger a massive attack, because I don't know that this thing can move fast enough to dodge. Hello. Oh, we're at the border. Crud. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen, bouncing off the walls. Yeah, I don't know that this thing's going to be able to turn fast enough to dodge a bunch of rockets. Ah! It handles like it looks. Not well. Alright, we gotta rotate. Correct this here, because we are not flying in any way, shape, or form in a way that makes sense. I'm banking this turn here because I want to make it as sharp as I can. Here we go. Alright. Oh, those sound a little too close to me. Gonna even it out here. And... oh, you have no idea. I just spent a bunch of time building this thing, much more than you might have guessed. And I just had a moment of panic there where I thought, ah, crud. I just completely destroyed this thing. But nope, we're okay. We are okay. I'm going to go ahead and set her down. And maybe we need to talk about making it a little more flyable, a little more passable. And I do kind of like the idea of putting another strut on it just because I think that might be helpful. Really wish there was a view that I could have that would be a little further out too, because it's kind of hard to tell where I'm at in this thing right now, and I am going way too fast and I'm going to slam into my base. But I'm going to go ahead and set it down, and with any luck I will actually be able to set it down. We'll find out shortly. But I will catch you on the next one, I think. I'm not 100% sure. If you aren't already aware, next week is kind of an important week for gaming. I thought I turned you off. I didn't actually mean to just jump out. Off? and then jump out. There we go. Next week is kind of a big week, so I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to have... Wow, that's not a bad parking job. Look at that. I parked right in all my lights. Sort of. Kind of. Go me. Next week's kind of a big week. I will get it out eventually. And I don't know if I'm going to have time to do this one because I'm going to be doing something else at the very least. In addition to Ark and maybe some other things. I don't know. But anyway, I am enjoying this game, so I kind of would like to keep up playing it, but I don't know how that's going to go. And I don't know, one of these days I really would like to see if I could do something like maybe check out a capital ship, make one, instead of just discover one. That I think would be a lot of fun, but I don't know, that might have to wait until another day, maybe a little further along in development. I don't know. But anyway, we'll catch you on the next one, whatever that happens to be. So until then, thanks for watching. See you later.